Yo, what's going on guys, it's Zach, welcome back. It might be a little bit out of tune this one because I've had to totally redo the audio for some reason on this vid, which has just been a massive pain in the arse, but I'll try and keep up with the clips. And yeah, we'll have a look at some PvP from the Kiki. So I just want to start off by saying thanks to Zolties again, and also iBad for giving me a ton of Kikimoras to use over the last few weeks, right? Doing some PvP, so thanks to those guys. And you can see I've just brought the fit up there, so it's the usual transversal bulkhead fit with the damage control and the one small anti-armor repair, 2 entropic rad sinks for that crazy damage with the occult, you know, when you start off. So it's like base DPS 322, which is pretty good. Catches people out quite a bit actually, which you will see coming up. But yeah, really good fit. It's only like 92 mil at the minute as well, so you're probably looking at like max 100 mil the way the market fluctuates on this thing. But it's, yeah, it's really cool ship. Much like the Daredevil and also the Comet and stuff, which you've probably seen on the channel in the past as well. Having the Scram and Web as well is like a massive thing for this. I've been flying the shield fit quite a lot and it just doesn't seem to have the sustain as this ship does. I mean, you can get a good couple of fights in this before you need to like go back to low sec or whatever to repair yourself. Unless you're going to take those horrible armor, those horrible whole tank repas and stuff and do that in the middle of null, which isn't recommended. But yeah, good little price for the amount of power. We've got some drugs in there as well, but premise of the ship is just jump on top of someone, like overload a cult if you can. If you've got enough pace to rep yourself at least, and yeah, just go to absolute work, right? So there's a few clips here. I'm going to split this vid into 2 parts because it'll just take ages to get through everything. And there's some like live com stuff I want to put in there as well. But for the first fight here, guys, we'll jump on this Antiplex gate. There's a Vengeance been following us, so I decided just to let him catch us, right? And indeed, he did take the fight. Now, I haven't seen Vengeances and stuff around Null for a long time. Ever since the Retribution got buffed, it sort of took over it, I think. It's still a decent little, like, Scram frig, I would say, or Scram Assault frigate. Does a lot of damage if you fit it right with those, like, high DPS rockets. So he'd already smashed his ADC here, and yeah, he was going to die pretty hard. Started chunking him after that, which you'll see. The Occult's probably ramped up to like what, 500 by now, probably a bit more. And as soon as that ADC wears off, man, he's toast. But yeah, kudos to this guy for taking the 1v1. I probably would have taken it as well. I mean, he probably wasn't expecting like the high base damage from the Kiki to start with, but yeah, really good little 1v1 there to start off the video, dude. Thanks for that. Alright, we'll start with a couple of easy ones now. So obviously as you're roaming around nullsec and stuff, you will jump on the odd Vexer or Ishtar and things, and surprisingly it can deal with the Ishtars if they're not paying attention too much. But as for the Vexers, man, just go in full speed ahead and just kill them, because the T1 resist profile on the Vexers, and obviously their limited tank and stuff, is just, even like when the PvP fit, you can just pretty much melt them once the deeps ramps up a bit. So he was doing quite a bit of damage though. You see that, got a good like alpha shot there. This is the Ishtar. So this guy actually launched light drones, I think, which sucks to be him, right? So he died pretty quick as well. But yeah, again, you can see just the huge chunks coming off the armor there, even though he was like, I think he was like a large shield boost fit. So yeah, he did die eventually, but there is a few times I have died to Ishtars. It's not really the best thing to do. The wasps in general as well, I would sort of stay away from them, because they can just like alpha like half your HP like off your ship in one shot, right? So it's not always the best idea, which you'll see in the next clip. So a couple of things in this. We started off actually at long range with Mystic, so our base DPS was a bit lower, and I didn't really want to switch towards the end there, but this guy was on it. He had us locked up straight away, and yeah, just you can see like these big alphas coming in from the wasps in a sec. I didn't really even have time to warp out, so there's like half me armor gone. Again, we're not really armor tanking, but it just shows like how strong those things can track, right? And if you just keep an eye on it a sec, once we get the web on, like we'll be through into almost half hull there. So yeah, you just need to really watch out for those, and then we'll die like a scrub. But yeah, the Ishtars is like hit or miss whether you can kill them. I think the shield one's a lot better for dealing with Ishtars, because you can sort of kite around them and stay at range and then sort of plan your warp out on the way. But yeah, just watch what you're doing with those things. So this was another little weird fight. And one of the things why I really love roaming around nullsec, right, you just find some like totally random stuff. So this Arazu was obviously on the Citadel, signing some stuff in. I think it must already jumped in because there was nothing like dropped on us or anything. There was a couple of Ishtars kicking around there, and a Caracal comes later as well. So I was really like, I was just really being impatient looking for a fight, and I wanted to just like shoot this guy and see what would happen. So it did. The Vengeance actually came out, but he came out like right on top of us, so I was able to get the Scram Web, and we started work on that guy, getting the newts on him as well, just in case he was like the beam fit. The cap's not like actually great on them if it's like a long range fit. Like a small newt will eventually push through it, but yeah, I wasn't really concerned with his cap. Once his ADC was gone, he was pretty much dead. And then yeah, the Caracal's landing here, so I thought, well, he's going to dock up and he's just going to undock and just wreck us. You can see me tank's like really struggling, even though we've defanged the Arazu and killed the Retri. So at this point I was just waiting to die pretty much, and yeah, but eventually like we do actually kill the Arazu, nothing else comes out, which I was really shocked about. And yeah, I was really limping on this one. I'm not sure if I just like even ejected from the ship and got back to high sec just to get another one, or carried on. I probably just left it in space somewhere, right? But yeah, good little like thing to find. It's like we had fights and stuff like this happen in null, which is really cool. Again, which is why I prefer roaming in null, right? And we'll get the pod there just before the clip ends. Right, so this fight was a little bit different. We'd had a few jumps of like bouncing between these bubbled gates and stuff. There was a Vagabond, a Gila, and a Vexer, which was trying to get us. So I let the Vaga aggro us there, and there was a Gila on the other side. Wasn't really confident about taking on Gila drones, right? So I decided just to like burn out the bubble. Oh, well, the bubble's not there now. But burn to the next gate, into the bubble, and the Vexer was like one back. So I was thinking he's either stuck on the bubble or he's going to be like jumping through the gate right now, right? So I've still got time on the Vaga because he's aggroed, and the Gila's probably like going to wait for him before he comes in. Because, I mean, even though I am like a low HP Kiki or whatever, and the Gila drones could probably alpha us if he was like, if I was like a speed shield fit, I could probably deal with the drones a little bit better. Just cross jumping a golem there, which I was lucky I didn't catch him in the gate or in the bubble or whatever. So stop repairing, get on the gate to try and find this Vexer. And it works out beautifully. So maybe a little bit of pilot error on this Vexer's guy. Once we jump through the gate, you'll see. But yeah, I was typing in chat there, the Vaga wants to play. Now, I would actually 1v1 the Vaga, to be honest, at this point, because, you know, anything could happen. But there's the Vexer. Like, for whatever reason, he's like 70 off the gate. Maybe he was just waiting to do some, like, range damage, I would guess. But he had his drones out and stuff. So, yeah, I was thinking those guys are going to land in that bubble and have to burn in. The Vaga's, like, obviously jumped in by this point. I think I end the clip early, but the Vaga does jump in eventually, as I was hanging around there. But it was just literally a rage burn towards this Vexer. I put the Mystic in, but for whatever reason it didn't load in. So we didn't get any damage on him until like mega close range, which was absolutely fine. Fully confident going in to kill a Vexer. Like I said earlier, even the PvP fit ones, like with the T1 tank and stuff, they pretty much melt. So yeah, just a few reps there. Still doing a decent amount of damage for a little few seconds on the armor, which is totally fine. As long as you don't take like hull damage, you can just carry on and carry on. So yeah, it wasn't like a great fit, to be honest. So this fight, we're actually, if I'd won this fight, it would have been the one to make the vid. But you just seen there, I got ECM by the rats on the gate. I was absolutely devastated. I was just like big sad on this one. Sorry, I'm going through this like really quick, guys, with the new audio track on it. But yeah, big sad there. I was literally one shot away from killing him. I played a couple of times. I got it edited up so you could see both my HP and my gun cycle as well as him. But yeah, I was absolutely, I've never been like big saded like this in my life on Eve. So if you look at his there, he's one shot from death. My gun just, it cycles like for like a half a tick and then doesn't actually activate. So yeah, man, that was a really intense fight. I mean, the standard armor fits, I don't think are as strong as the actual like whole buffer, right? I know it's a pain in the ass having to go and repair and stuff, but even on the Droga with the T2 resistant things, and he was like plate rep fit after we'd had a chat, right? It which is the usual like armor Kiki sort of style fits as well. And man, yeah, just absolutely gutted that. Like, if I'd started the video off with that, that would have been absolutely amazing to kill the Droga, right? Because they're really, really expensive ships. It's probably like worth a bill, just over a bill or two, you know. So very nice fit. So there's a, yeah, we'll definitely die here though, guys. There's a couple of losses coming up. So kill the Carries, he's pretty much easy kill, right? Even though I should have used me Mystic Ammo just to kill him a bit quicker. And I was a little bit slow on the targets here. I mean, I was, like I said, I was going to die, so I just went for the Onyx, but I didn't really see the Sentinel until around now, I don't think. So if I'd had the damage on, like, quicker with the Mystic, I think I would have had about 4 or 5 cycles on him by now, and it might have just forced him off or whatnot. Although he himself could have committed, but yeah, those Sentinels are very naughty in nullsec. I need to start flying them a little bit. I remember when Finn used to fly them in lowsec all the time and just like wreck people with them constantly. Little mini curse there, especially with the abyssal rolls, right? But yeah, we'll die to that gate camp, and I think, do we jump into another one here? Yeah. So I mean, there's a rapier. As soon as you see him, you can't get away from anything, right? But I just wanted to take this clip just to not like a pep talk, but you know, if you're new to solo PvP and this happens, and it will happen, it's going to happen a lot, don't like get disheartened too much, you know, like just keep going. Just use cheap fits for now. Like even the Kiki's like 100 mil, which I think's like acceptable for most pilots who are like doing this sort of thing, or stabbers and stuff like that, right? But yeah, just keep at it, guys, because every 9 losses you'll get that one good fight. So like a 1 in 10, like for me, is pretty good, and or even the weird fights, right? But yeah, just keep it going, guys, and I think that's pretty much for this one, and I'll see you guys later.